In this video, we are diving into one of the most fundamental topics in Python, variables and data types. So by the end of this video, you will know how to store, use, manipulate data like a pro. So come, let's get started. So why this variables and data types matters? Variables stores the data. Data types tells Python how to handle it. So in AI and ML, you will store data sets, model parameters and intermediate results using the variables. So data types and variables are so important in Python and they are fundamental blocks for the Python. So unlike the C# or Java or any other programming language, there is no explicit type declaration for the Python variables. Variables are reference to objects in the memory. A variable is created when you assign a value. So here are the rules. It should start with a letter or an underscore. It's a case sensitive, no numbers at the start or the special characters. And that's it. There are many data types. The data types like int, float, string, boolean, list, tuple, dictionary. They are all the fundamental one and most commonly used data types. Now let's take a look at the code. I have opened the Visual Studio Code, and in the previous video, we did set up the Python locally in Windows Machine and taught you how to set up the debugging point. I'm going to open the Python 2 day 2 and let's go over one by one. Okay, so if you look at this, these are the 4 variables that I have defined. It doesn't start with number, it doesn't start with underscore, but these are the valid one. You can have underscore in the starting also, but I have these variables. Student underscore age, score, name, and this, right? Now here is the important thing. If you're new to this programming, this is how the Python works. You assign something from right side to left side. Based on what you assign, the left side will understand what the type is. In this case, 16 is a number, so it becomes an integer. 88.5 is a float, meaning a decimal point. So this becomes a float data type. You assign a string, this becomes a string. You assign a true or false, it becomes a boolean. That's it. Similarly, we have other variables defined here. The most important thing that you should understand is it is case sensitive. Here if you look at this, age and age, both are same variable meaning, but they are different because capital A and small a. So based on what you define here, Python will use that variable. Alright. Now we have other data types like list, where in an array, which is a square bracket, you separate the value by a comma. In this case, this is having a multiple values and we assign to a variable called score, that becomes a list. We can also assign like this, that becomes a tuple. The next commonly used thing is the dictionary, which is a key and a value. A key value pair is the dictionary. So here we open this brace and then we define a key and its value. A key and its value, they are separated with the colon, so a key value pair comma separated is what will become a dictionary. And the beautiful thing is, when you do a print, you can specify the variable name or the string, it just concatenates automatically. So I'm going to start this as a debugging point and let's see how this works. And this is how it works. I'm going to navigate here. You can see what's happening here. This is how it is getting assigned. And when I come till here, you can see the student name is Alice, student score is this. So it's just telling that these variables have these values. It's going to assign this, like it's going to print this. Take a look at this in the window here. And we saw the value. Alright, I'm going to stop this. Let's do some more thing. Now we wanted to know about the types. We define a variable, and to check what type is that variable is, we use a keyword called type, type, and then followed by we pass the variable, or this is also equivalent to like this or like this. All we have to pass is an object or a representation of a data type. In this case, I'm going to pass x. X means 42. So I'm asking 42 is a number. What type it is? Print me that. That is what I'm asking. It's going to print like this. Similarly, there is something called casting. Casting means you have something you're converting into a different type. So in this case, it's a string. We are saying convert this to integer. We use int followed by what we have to convert. For example, like this or like this. Because we have assigned 25 to a variable, we are using a variable name. Everything is same. Okay. Now similarly, we are converting this into a float. It assigns to this one. Okay. Similarly, we are asking for 100 strings of characters to a text. For example, we can say we will just print all of these things. Okay. Now remember, if it cannot convert, for example, can it convert 25s into a number? No, because this is alphanumeric. We can't convert this, but this can be converted, which we will take a look at in the debugging session. The last one is called dynamic casting, which is a superb feature in Python. We assign a variable and then we see what it is. Fine. We reassign something else to the same variable. Earlier it was integer, now it became a string. That is not possible in other languages. This is called dynamic casting, and this is one of the beautiful and powerful feature in Python. Okay, now let's debug and see what it works. I'm gonna quickly go through till where we left. Here you see this. Here you can see the type. It's printed. We are assigning this and we are printing this. See, it printed. And now we are printing its type, which is integer, but we changed it now. Now if it prints, it's printing its last one. And as I said, if we try to do something which is not possible here, what will happen? It will throw exception here. So I'm going to show you how this exception will look like. I am assigning this, but I'm trying to convert this. That's not possible, right? That's how it works. Now I'm going to stop this and remove this, and I'm going to show you one more thing. So for that, let's do this big CLS. Here every single Python file ends with .py. So if you don't want to debug and just run it, all what you have to do is say Python, which is py, followed by d2.py, just the file name. It just executes everything for us. Great. Alright, so in the next video we'll be focusing on Python's operators, and as we progress I will start showing you how you can use Python for AI related tasks. So stay tuned. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe button, and if you have any questions, to let me in the comment section. Stay tuned and I will see you in the next video. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more tech tutorials. And don't forget to hit the bell icon to get notified when we post new videos. If you have any questions or suggestions, leave them in the comments below. Happy coding!